Greetings Fellowship, and welcome back to another video for the Lord of the Rings LCG. For today's video we're going to take a look at a deck that really caught my eye that was posted onto the Rings TV website a few days ago. The deck is called the Angry Elf, and it comes to us courtesy of Iluvatar 79, who built this deck as a thought experiment to see how much total damage a character can do in a single attack. I know what you're thinking, but Sussy Wolf, I was able to do 10 attack with Gimli that one time. Look, that's awesome, but Iluvatar here claims that he was able to reach 51 total damage in a single attack, which is crazy. And he challenges us to see if we can do better against the final boss enemy of Quest 2 using this deck. So that's what we're going to do today, but before we get into the playthrough, let's take a look at the key components of the deck itself to get an idea of how to go about this challenge. Now the first thing you'll note about this deck is that it's a level 2 sphere deck. Specifically Spirit. Now we're running Arwen, Tom Took and Arwen. Now the reason why it's got to be a level 2 Spirit deck is because the main component, the number one card in this deck is Fair and Perilous, which is a level 2 Spirit card. Now for those of you who don't know, what this card allows us to do is add our willpower value to our attack. Now, straight up, this card is a great fit for Arwen because it allows her to attack for 4 damage for 0 resources, which is really good, but we're going to try and achieve much more than that. How? We're running a few willpower boosting cards, like Longbeard Mapmaker here, for example, which allows us to spend 1 resource to give a character plus 2 willpower for the round. We also have Sterner Than Steel, which is a across the board style effect that gives all of our characters a boost in willpower. And we also have 2 copies of Favor the Lady, which is a special attachment that we can hopefully get onto Arwen at some point during the quest. Now this deck is quite low on allies. We're only running, as I said, 2 copies of Longbeard Mapmaker. We're also running 2 copies of Athelian Lookout, because why not? And for the defensive side of things, we're running 2 copies of Forest Protector. Now one thing that's important to note with this deck is that it is very heavy on events and preparations. Some of the events include A Friend in Need and Advanced Warning, which are both designed to sort of soften Sauron's attack against us so that we can hopefully survive with as little damage as possible throughout the whole quest. We're also running Born Aloft, which is going to be a key component in getting really high willpower values for Arwen. We'll get to that during the quest, but probably one of the most important key pieces in terms of preparation cards is Study the Scrolls. What Study the Scrolls allows us to do is to effectively have 4 copies of Fair and Perilous. If we have Study the Scrolls out and then we play a Fair and Perilous, we get another copy of Fair and Perilous back. So essentially we get 4. Apart from that, the deck is fairly standard. We're running 2 copies of Sting as our only damage boosting attachment, because why not? We're a level 2 sphere deck. So now before we get into the quest, let's have a look at the deck that Sauron's using. The only 2 cards that I'm thinking are of notable, a point of note, is Evil Storm, which is particularly nasty. Like I said, our deck is very event heavy, and if he plays this at a very inopportune time for us, it can really ruin the playthrough. So we're going to hope and try and avoid this card by I think Iluvatar actually gives us a good tech against this in the card Well Prepared. So we're hoping to cancel that particular event with this card, with Well Prepared. Now apart from that, we also have, if I can find it here, Dark Sorcery, which is another nasty one. Now this one we're not so worried about because it's generally pretty obvious if this is going to come out, but we need to be aware of this so that we don't lose one of our key combo pieces to this card. So with that all said, let's get into it. We're just going to do it on adventure mode to see how we go. And like I said, our goal for this is to try and get, I think it's Arwen. We're going to try and get Arwen to do more than 50 points of damage in a single attack, and we're going to try and do it against the final boss. I think it's called Ungoliant Spawn. which is right at the very end of the quest. So a lot of this early stage stuff is going to be prepping for that final stage.
Elrond's daughter. Oh, Toby's favourite pipe.
Arwen I am, Eamon's daughter.
Now for opening hand, we do not want to see any of our combo pieces at all. Luckily we don't see any of them here, but we are going to get rid of Favour of the Lady and Forest Snare for now. We'll keep Sting and we'll keep Well Prepared, and we'll definitely keep Friend in Need just to absorb some of the damage. Okay, this is good. I'm happy to see a Forest Protector this early. Now, as I said before, it's all about damage negation in these early rounds. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop Tom Took's power off to try and bait out that... No, I was going to say, try and bait out the 3 attack damage there. So we're going to play Friend in Need to see if that does it. There we go. Good stuff. Now I've got a choice. I can either play... I'm not worried about playing Well Prepared right now because we have none of our combo pieces that we need to worry about. So I'm thinking either playing Forest Protector or Sting. I'm thinking Sting at the moment, and I'm going to put it on Arwen. Normally I'd put it on Arwen, but like I said, we're trying to get as much damage as we can, and putting it on Arwen just allows us to get that extra 2 points of damage later on. We're going to try and take out this nasty spider, Ulob. Okay, that's a great card to see because it means that he's not going to be playing much else. And that is a bit of a pain.
No living man am I.
Get rid of that. And do some damage here. The longer we can keep Willock alive, the better. So we're going to just start healing on him. Again, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop Tom Took's ability off. Star Brooch is really good. Now I can get it on Arwen, but the trouble is eventually I do want to get Favour of the Lady on her, which means that I would have to cancel out Star Brooch, which might be fine to be honest. So yeah, let's do that. That is nasty. I do want to protect Willock. Next turn I might chuck Forest Snare on that just so we don't have to deal with him. Otherwise I can try and kill him. Yeah, because next turn I can do one attack with Willow to kill him. Now the other thing I want to do in these early rounds, either on this location or the next location, is try and get this event, this fate event, and do the willpower one. Get him out of there. Perfect. Perfect. I'm very happy with that. Okay, that might be the Dark Sorcery card, so we do need to be ready for that. We do have some events in our deck that we don't desperately need, so we're gonna hopefully draw into one of them and play and see if that's what that event card is. am going to save this fate event for later on, but I am going to try and reach this one before we travel. Now, for those unaware, there is a theme to this particular quest. When you defeat the 3 unique spiders, what happens is 2 of your heroes become captured by spiders and get cocooned, and you have to rescue them in the next location. So the important one mistake I should say that's easy to make is that you start chucking on attachments onto a whole bunch of characters. You do not want to do that, because when you free the heroes from the cocoons in the next location, they lose whatever attachments that they have. So I've only put attachments onto Arwen because I plan on keeping her for the next location. Hey, is kind of a pain to lose a copy of Born Aloft, but it's certainly not the worst. I'm more happy to have gotten rid of that nasty event. Now I can attack and kill this spider, but am I prepared to lose both of these heroes? I might just fade up just to get that extra point of fate there. Okay, that's good. We'll save Favour the Lady for later. We might play Forest Protector just for the next round.
Star shines on the hour of our meeting.
And I think we're about ready to progress here. Trigger this off first. Yep, so they get captured by spiders, and you select the one you want to keep. So I'm going to select Arwen. And luckily she has 5 whole willpower, so that's pretty good. Now I can use this now, but I don't want to fill my hand too much yet. I want to make sure that I can keep my, because one of the goals for this for the early locations in this quest is it's 2-part. I want to draw all my combo pieces as soon as I can, or not as soon as I can, but before I'm ready to pop off the combo. And the other thing I want to do is build up enough resources to be able to make sure that I can do the combo. That's a good card to see. But I want to see both Sterner Than Steelers before the next location, so hopefully we draw into both of them. I'll just do this one. That's not what I want. Oh, misclick there. Now these 3 objectives here are random, but they're only random across 3 different results. So one is you release your other hero, your 3rd hero. The other is you'll get a Lembas bread to use, and the 3rd option is you'll spawn a 3 attack 4 health orc. Obviously we don't want to spawn the 3 attack 4 health orc if we can. Oh, there's the Lembas bread. That's okay. Okay, perfect. We avoided the worst one.
No living man am I.
Now I'm going to pop the Lembas bread here to see if we can trigger off Dark Sorcery. Perfect. So that's one of 2 Dark Sorceries that are in Sauron's deck. Now we've got all our heroes back, we can play Sterner Than Steel. Now, the strategy here is just to draw through as much of our deck as possible and build up on those resources.
These parts are none too well known.
I feel like I want to play something so I can clear a card out of our hand, so we don't become stuck on cards.
These parts are none too well known.
Now, most of the threat events in this game aren't really that worrisome. I'll pop this event off just to draw 2 cards. Play well prepared.
For Rivendell! For Rivendell!
Not sure if I should play Favour of the Lady yet. Yeah, I might, why not? I'm not going to trigger these 2 because I don't want to fill my fate meter, so I can buy myself extra actions to use while I'm delaying to see what Sauron plays. But we're slowly getting through our deck, which is good. Okay, we've got both copies of Study the Scrolls. We just have not seen any of our copies of Fair and Perilous yet. But so far everything's going really well. Might as well get that out. I don't want to play Born off just in case it triggers off Forest Protector instead. I'm going to end phase. Sauron's got no cards to play anyway. Okay, we have a max hand, so we absolutely need to get rid of some cards here. We'll play the second and get a second Forest Protector to get rid of this one, but otherwise I'll travel and try and take control of the next board state. and use like these forest snares.
Star shines on the hour.
That'll allow us to draw 2 cards next turn. Yep, let's travel.
Bruised and bloodied.
Ooh, there's 1 copy. Alright, so we're not going to trigger the combo off on this round, but let's hope that we can do it next round instead. So we want to get rid of this Forest Protector, so... And what we do is we attack with somebody here. Oh, I just played Forest now. Okay, that's good. We're not going to lose either of our Longbeard map makers. We are hoping that he attacks into the Forest Protector so we can get rid of her. That way we can play Born Aloft and hopefully next turn lose one of these 2 Longbeard map makers.
I depart for the west.
Fall riven down.
Do I play Forest Snare?
No living man am I.
Perfectly fine. Not worried about that. Okay, hopefully we draw our second copy of Fair and Perilous. We can trigger both of these events. Nope, that's not what I wanted to see. Well, actually it is, but it means I have to delay a whole nother round, unfortunately. We're going to exhaust Ingredient Spawn and we'll do 4 damage to that. Yep, I'm pretty happy playing Born Aloft because I'm 1 in 3 chance. I don't really want to do that because I'm running too low on resources. Hopefully. Oh, don't hit him. Ah! That'll be right. At least we get him back. Just means we can't get more than 2 triggers off Longbeard Mapmaker.
No living man am I.
We have to delay a whole nother round, don't we?
These parts are none too well known.
Full ribbon down!
But it's guaranteed to turn up now. There it is. Now we do exhaust the next ally that Sauron, the next enemy that Sauron plays. We're not going for scores, so let's just
Man am I.
attack there. Wow. Alright, so now we can pop off the combo. So the first thing we want to do is we want to boost Arwen with these Longbeard Mapmakers. For a total of 12 willpower. Uh-oh. Please don't let that be a dark sorcery. Cool. So, and then we play Study the Scrolls again. Play Fair and Perilous again. 26 attack. 38. Looks like we're gonna get 50. 51. Because of Sting. Stats. There you go, 51 attacks. So we were able to match Iluvatar's record there. We weren't able to beat it though. There you have it, guys. That's the Iluvatar's
the marks of iron-shod feet and
ultra powerful Arwen combo deck, which I have to give credit to Iluvatar because it's a really cool idea. It's a really fun deck to just play through, and it's quite a solidly built deck for what it wants to achieve. You know, for the fact that it wants to just go for that combo at the end there, it's really solidly built with a lot of tools that help you to get to that point. So well done to Iluvatar, and the fact that it highlights the power of willpower boosting through the card like Fair and Perilous. I think it's going to open up a lot of future strategies with willpower and decks that don't function with like tactics or don't include a lot of attachments that boost raw attack power. Having a card like Fair and Perilous and combining it with willpower boosting cards is going to be really interesting. I'm really excited to see what happens when we get future heroes like Glorfindel, how Fair and Perilous is going to affect him, as well as heroes in the future as well. So yeah, thank you again to Iluvatar for this deck. Guys, let me know if you played with this deck before, if you've beaten the score that we achieved here, 51. I know that it's definitely possible to get higher than that. Like I said, we unfortunately lost a bit of extra boost there when we lost Longbeard Mapmaker before we were able to trigger his ability. We could have probably potentially gotten at least 6 more, maybe even 8 more attack value on Arwen there. But yeah, leave a comment below, let me know if you played this deck, what your attack value was towards the end. Look forward to hear it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao.